The first meeting with your attorney when you've been involved in an automobile accident, a car accident, truck, motorcycle, you've been hurt, you're there talking to the lawyer that you've chosen to represent you, to protect your interests, to help you obtain the compensation that you're entitled to receive. The first meeting, I think, is an absolutely critical meeting and portends to be the precursor of what's going to happen in the relationship between you and your lawyer. Now, when I say relationship, I mean, look, honestly, you're not going to be having your lawyer over to dinner, and the lawyer's not inviting you to the barbecue in the summer, in all probability. But what is going to happen is that there is going to be a communication relationship, which I think is vital to any professional client, professional and client, doctor, patient, attorney, client, engineer, client, architect, client. I mean, if you're a professional, you need to be open to what it is that your clients are asking of you, or your patients are asking of you. And this first meeting, when you're the client, you're sitting there with the attorney, you need to observe how that attorney is conducting himself or herself. And the first thing, of course, is you should have all the time in the world to ask all the questions you want. You should have all the time in the world to have the attorney explain those things to you. If the attorney is rushing you through, if the attorney has 2 seconds for you, doesn't answer your questions, cuts you off and tells you, no, that's not important, don't worry about it, that's a problem for me. I mean, when I have a client sitting in my office, my cell phone's not sitting there with me, the door is shut, I don't take incoming phone calls, absent, some emergency or something like that, with a judge calling or a family member in trouble. My staff know. There is no time clock. I'm not sitting there watching a time clock. I want to hear what my client has to say, and I want my client to tell me. I want to know what their concerns are. I want to know what their fears are. I want to know what their problems are. And you, as the client, you should be able to express all of that. And having done that, then the attorney, in my view, has the obligation to explain all of the applicable laws and explain how they're going to address all of those concerns and fears and problems and how they are going to resolve those problems for you. Well, that's absolutely beautiful. That's exactly what I believe is a very important part of that process, and that is to assure the client that I'm not watching the clock, that I'm not charging for the time that I've just described, where they're going to explain everything and then I'm going to give them responses and tell them what my plan is and what my strategy is. I want to put the client at ease. I want them to not have to be concerned that I am charging them $500, $700 an hour, whatever it's going to be. And so I've got to tell them that right at the front. We sit down. I mean, hopefully, attorneys are not acting robotic. Like, you sit down, you say, hello, how are you? My name is Paul. What's your name? George, Fred, Sally, whatever it's going to be. Listen, by the way, first thing, here you go. Thank you for coming in to see me. And I want you to know right away, my time is your time now. I'm not in a hurry. There's no clock. You're not paying me an hourly fee. That's typically, Michael, exactly in response to your question, that's exactly the way that I start my meetings with these clients, so that I am not then concerned that they're concerned about not taking my valuable time. My valuable time is valuable right now with you, my client. That is my value is to you right now. I'm very appreciative that you came in to see me. I want the relationship. I want to do well for you. I want to improve your life. I want to help you along with whatever it is that just occurred. Bad things happen to good people, as the expression goes, and you didn't raise your hand asking to be hurt or injured because somebody wasn't paying attention and ran a light or didn't see you stopped at the red light in front of them.